You guys remember your first COVID test? At least most of y'all. If y'all haven't got it, congrats, you survived like you lived to die another day. But somehow when I first got my COVID test, I wasn't worried because I was used to needles, having tubes shoved down my throat, sleeping for 2 days in a row. I was a hospital freak, okay? And I just can't enjoy it no more. It only reminds me of how much pain and suffering I always go through, okay? And nighttime, like right now, is like the times where my most pain comes out. I've been trying to keep it subtle so I won't have to use any more high meds such as morphine. But if you guys remember y'all's first COVID test, y'all put down in the comments, how was your first COVID test? Alright, story time number 1. So when I first got my COVID test, I wasn't worried at all. I was about to say, let's just go ahead and get this thing over with, because I used to have, they used to put a syringe up my nose and just squeeze it, and I hate water going up my nose. I can't go in a pool and dip my head in the water without covering my nose. I have to close my eyes super tight and close my nose. I don't like liquids going up my nostrils, okay? That is it's like the freak wart. I'm kidding. But let's just say that I just wanted them to get out the way. My very first COVID test. I was just prepared. I was like, go ahead and get it over with, okay? Once they did it, that was the worst pain ever. Like, I was all brave and stuff. I was just like, but then when I had to get my second COVID test, I was like, Mama, how about we move the appointment back a little bit, huh? Let's move the appointment back. Maybe like a few more years. Goodbye the second one. I'm like, I'm about to have another tube shoved up my brain. You know, it felt like literally you're shoving. I felt my eyeball roll to the back of my head. I felt my brain shaking for once in my lifetime. My brain always hurts because I'm always studying at home. But the COVID test was a whole nother story. So once I got that second one, I was like, oh. And it wasn't as bad. That was actually the best. My second COVID test, bro, that felt so darn common. I want to find that nurse who did it, okay? By my third one, I was just like, it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as good as the last one, but it was okay? But that first one gave me the shocks of my life. Now, I do not want no tube shoved up my nose. That's like you trying to shove this pencil up to your freaking brain through your nose. I don't think I can handle it. But I only had like 3 to 4 or 5 COVID tests, and I just got used to them all, okay? But like every time I have a COVID test, I'd be like, just wait. I'm not ready yet. Just wait. Okay. That's how I actually do with needles. I used to do like, hold up. Let me. Okay. And they'd be like, you want me to count down or? No countdowns. Like I don't even want to complete the sentence. No countdowns. Like just get it over with. No countdowns. Countdowns made me be like, nope. Like as soon as you get to 1. No. But I got used to the COVID test, okay? But, like, when my mom did it, like, it wasn't bad at all. I don't even think she did it right. That thing barely went on my nose. It went, like, this high. My first COVID test felt like it was going all the way up to my freaking brain. Like I said, I felt my eyeball rolling back, and I felt my brain shaking. That was actually the worst time ever. I mean, I kind of prefer that. I kind of prefer that harsh COVID test over getting fluid shoved up my nose. Like you could feel it come out of your throat now. You know how you always used to get bullied in school, and sometimes you might have an embarrassing moment. Okay, the kids in my school were horrible. Story time number 2. All right, let's say I was around. I'm going to say 2nd grade, because I remember my 1st grade perfectly fine. I really miss middle school. But, like, I miss all schools at this point. But, things wasn't really easy for me. My teacher already knew that I had sickle cell, and I was like, I'm going to have your back no matter what. That changed horribly after a few days. It hasn't even been 1 day, and the teacher was like, I don't know if my teacher, her name was, I'm just going to call her Miss Bray, even though that was her actual name. Let's just say she had a little bit of a twisted mind. Like, 1 second, she's like the friendliest gal in the school. The next minute, she's like, like, you have anger issues, or you gotta switch something in the back of your head, just like. But yeah, I was actually late for class a few minutes. Because, like, after testing time, she always, like, had my back. Just made sure, like, every single 5 seconds, she always was like, you good? You okay? Need something? Water? Something? But then a few days later, I was, like, a minute late. Or I don't think I was late at all. I think I went for a restroom break. Yeah, and see, I was actually a student a long time ago who was scared to raise their hand for the hall pass. I'd be like, well, maybe I should just, but you gotta go so bad, so just one time now. Count to 3, and then you'll be good. You know what? I'm just gonna wait until after class. Now that just ruined my whole entire schedule, and now I feel like a total loser and a jerk. Wait, I think that was for boys. But yeah, I walked into the class with my arms crossed and stuff, because I hate those classrooms where you just have your full square classroom, but the entrance is right at the front of the class where everyone's just facing, and they just be like, do you need something? Why is everyone staring at me? The teacher in the front just like, and everyone else is like, because at the time, I was actually the main target for everyone. I was always a quiet kid, but I'm going to be honest. One of the students were actually, like, my date when I was, like, I think I was around kindergarten. Why did he buy a drink for me? I knew nothing about dating. All I knew is that I liked him, and he liked me more than I liked him, okay? I think his name was Cody. Wait, Cody? The one from pre-K? Went all the way to first grade with me? I had a freaking date with this guy. Like, that was my first date, and I didn't even know it. I was way too young. I was just like, he actually bought a drink, got 2 straws, and we were like, by the time, like, I don't know, a few minutes later, I burst into the class. Everyone started saying, Raven, Katie, Sydney, KISSING. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes a freaking baby. I'm kidding. Like, I didn't even know the full song at that time. All I know was the KISSING. But yeah. But let's just say things just got worse after that. After that, me and him were just like, to be honest, I have a really good memory. Because now I'm in high school. Supposed to be in 11th grade, actually. But yeah. So once I just came into class, I always had this friend. She didn't really seem like a true friend. But she was like always there for like good 2 minutes and just wander off with the cool kids and be like. But yeah. Let me go ahead and get to the good part of the story. So I walked in class with my arms crossed. So we're going to proceed with that. Let's just say that my pencil box was just at the top of the desk, okay? The pencil box is my main thing. It was one of the metal pencil boxes with the camo stripes and stuff. It was hot pink and black. And that was actually my favorite one. It was already dent just a little bit. But then, like, when I walked into the room, she stared at me for a good 5 seconds and then started scolding me. Like, I don't even know what I did. I was too young. I just asked to go to the restroom. She said yes, and I came back, and everyone just like, and even teacher's like, and I was like, and like, I was too young to barely even know what the heck was going on, so I was just staring at her. And you know what she did? Why my toolbox? She grabbed my toolbox off the edge of the desk. She slammed it on the floor. And she said, pick it up. And I was just about to pick it up. And everyone used to call me a roach back then, okay? And then they started calling me a cockroach. And I was just like, I didn't even have no intentions. I just wanted to ignore that at that point. I didn't have no defense lessons. I barely knew how to ignore. All I knew was just to sit still and look crazy. See? But, yeah, when I was about to pick up my pencil box, She said, "Oh, you think that's not good enough for you?" She picked it up, she unlocked it, and opened it, and then slammed it to the floor again. And then she told me to pick it all up. And then now the whole class started calling me roaching again. Like, I didn't even shed a tear because I was just... I think I told my mom as soon as that happened, like, she didn't even do anything. If I had a child and my child came home telling me a story like that, get in the car. You bullying my freaking kid! Wrong. Kev, I'm going to jail. You better not touch my child again. You better not do... Let's hop in the car and go. Like, those were the worst times, okay? And the fact that on my old channel, I actually told that story. Actually, my sister telling the story for me because I didn't really think about YouTubing at that time. We were still a little young. But, like, that story has been holding in my head for such a long time until I revealed it a few years ago. And then I actually felt so much better. Like, every time I mentioned it, it wasn't even a problem for me. Every time I think about it, I just used to just shed a few tears and just be like, why was I the main target? Even my friend just stood there, back there just looking like... Back then, if I knew all my defense moves to this day, I wouldn't even call her a friend. I'm not even going to call her a friend, okay? Me and her were the only ones who were actually very close. Like, that was, like, my closest friend, but she was barely a friend at all. What time is it? 2:47. Why am I still fighting these sleeping meds? Like, I just need to get these stories out the way. You guys put down in the comments, what were your worst timings in your life? Like, one of the worst incidents or whatever happened in your life that was so darn harsh. You know, I was actually moving when I came to my old school. Miss Bray was not a part of that at all, whatsoever. I forgot what class that was and what grade it was, because I only remember my first grade class, my pre-K classes, and I don't know if I had to switch periods right then and there, okay? But yeah, let's say that I gave my teacher the news that I was starting to move, and I moved a lot back then, so I feel really bad. I went to schools like Dogan, Thomas, Shadydale. I miss Shadydale so much. I had a true friend there. Her name was Janice. And that was like my best school. Like, I can only remember me just hoping that the student, because we used to go to the gym and just sit down and wait for our rides. I bet some of y'all even did that too. But yeah, I love drawing, okay? So I actually just stared at someone's backpack, got a paper real quick, and started drawing Elsa as best as I could. And it actually looked pretty good after that. I even showed her the picture. She was like, "You are an artist." Because I looked at my right. That's actually the only time I remember being there. That was probably my last day. But yeah, back to the first story. I told my teacher that I was moving. And as soon as she heard that news, because I love that teacher to bits, okay? But I may have ended her up in the hospital. Because of my stupid, dumb baby brain. So I was young. She wanted to get all my study books and stuff out of my desk so I can take it with me and take it home. I missed her so much. But when she told me to pull the chair out, I did exactly what she said. I had to pull it out so she can sit. But what I didn't know that she was going to sit like right then and there. I kept pulling the chair out slowly and I did not know. The incident, she missed the chair by 1 inch and just went BOP! Her head hit the freaking desk leg and just BANG! Like, all my brain was like, oh my god, what the heck did you do? You murdered a teacher! Like, everyone was like, like, I was just like, I want to... Somebody had to get the teacher, okay? Because that was like the end of the day of school. That was actually my last day there, too. Did I get the books? But yeah, after that, all the ambulance came and stuff. Like, I didn't know it was that much damage. I know she fell, but the chair wasn't even high off the ground at all. It was like, she may have fell and hit her head on the table, like, but how did that cause so much damage? I don't really know how long she was in the hospital, but it was for a while. And like every few weeks, I would think about it so bad. After that, all the teachers had to escort everyone out while she was just laying there on the floor. I felt so ashamed that my heart, I actually oh, that was the time where all my sickle cell pains and pain crises started coming up because I was stressed too much on what the hey I just did. I just murdered a teacher. No, I didn't. I really didn't. I just got her in the hospital, and every few weeks I would like call her to make sure she's okay. She was always in the hospital when I called, and I prayed that she was okay. Like, I couldn't stop saying sorry. Like, I was so ashamed. How was that so stupid? She just said to pull out the chair so she could sit. And I pulled it all the way out like I was about to throw it to Timbuktu. It was just too far. Only if I could just erase everything that just happened. That was like the most embarrassing thing ever. And that's the least of my worries. I was just so worried if she was okay. To this day, I feel like, does she even remember me? The girl who practically put you in the hospital. But that was my last day there, so I'm guessing I was kind of relieved because that was really embarrassing. That was actually a time I had a crush on someone, and it must have just revealed by accident. It was my last day, so I just revealed it. But I know he didn't feel the same, probably. I don't know. Like, I just can't stop thinking about it. Like, that was the time I got a teacher in the hospital, and I felt so darn ashamed. Like, I did not want to show my face in that school ever again, even though I wouldn't miss the school. Memories come, and memories go. But we have to learn to live with the memories that are already going on. I missed old times when I was younger. Not the bullying part, but when I actually had friends and a good time. My friend Janice, that was my first time having a friend over, and it was a princess party. Like, I don't know why, like, out of all the parties, so I didn't even know Five Nights at Freddy's at that time. Like, I think I was, like, around 8 or 9 or 10 when I learned about Five Nights at Freddy's. My cousin just came over and started showing me this. The first picture I saw was freaking Springtrap with his head open. But then when I saw the second image of him, at first when I saw his head open, I thought it was like a freaking clown. But years went by and I started seeing him more. Then when I went to the school, Disney and Alvin. My friend Ryan, I always came to him at the end of the day because I was a bus rider. And all the bus riders had to sit in the room until the bus would come. I would always ask him for more info of Five Nights at Freddy's, okay? Over time, Five Nights at Freddy's became my thing. I even listen to the songs to this day. I miss old memories. Just talking about it makes me feel good, but also makes me feel so low. But now I am freaking standing up for myself. What do I say at the end of my videos? You only live once, be fearless. I made this channel so I can show all of my arts and my beauty stuff. Is this a perfect thing for organization? Because my room is a hot mess and this is like my start. This is beautiful. My pencils go here, paintbrushes here, markers here. Does that help? I'm sure you guys have harsh moments. I'm sure a lot of them does not concern almost killing a teacher. The incident was not funny at all, but my face was. I was like... like, while I was just standing there, like, I didn't know what to do. I was, like, pale. Like, I just went full white. I went ghost mode. And yet, I still get to have her living. She gets to teach now. And some reason, I just don't feel right no more. I need wings. I need to be free. I don't even know what my favorite animal was back then. But yeah, guys, put down in the comments what incarnation happened in your life that you would like to reveal. You know what? Anything you guys put in the comments down there, I will put it in my next video, just showing it, okay? And I will just respond to all your questions and stuff and everything you did. Because I'm sure none of it was worse than me. Like, when I was talking about those bullies who always called me a cockroach, why was I the only one who was actually being bullied? Like, everyone was fine. But I actually remember why my old date started bullying me. Because the first day of school, I just had my notebook and he was just all up on me. I smacked him with the book. Smacked him with the book real quick. And he just turned into a bully so fast. I was like... this jerk. Anyways, guys, make sure to turn that fist to a thumbs up, okay? Remember, guys, you only live once. Be fearless. Cha-cha. I need to go relax from these heartbreaking stories. The only thing I can say right now about dragons is that I am the dragon goddess, but princess. Like, princess goddess of dragons. When I turn 18, I will be the queen of dragons, okay? The goddess is the biggest thing I can find. It is the next day, and I'm glad I did not post a video because I just got some mail. Let's go ahead and check it out. Like, where's my pencil? Right here, I was drawing. So it's from Cash App. You know, I actually heard a hack that when it comes to mail, there's only just like one piece. I think you're just like supposed to rip it there and then rip it all the way down. But I prefer doing the easy way of it. Dang, literally just comes in. I can fill the card. Or I think. I don't get my hopes up high before I actually see what the item is. Yep, that's my name. Oh, literally, that's my YouTube initials. Activate your card, scan code, and Cash App. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Cash App, you're the best. Thank you.
What's up, peeps? Lover here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out my social media for more fun. Maybe you even get a hint of the new story I'm making. But anyways, just make sure you subscribe to the channel. I do not want you missing out on any fun at all, such as gaming, vlogging, maybe even some projects, and some shout outs coming on Sundays. See ya!